Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for I Still Believe by Bethel Music. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel or give this video a like and comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below. All right, grab your acoustic guitar and a capo and let's get started. All right, so you'll notice my capo is on the 2nd fret. We're going to be playing the key of G to match the original key, which is A. All right, so I have to say that you can actually play the song without a capo, but in the music video, there is the acoustic guitar player playing exactly the way I'm about to show you. So just keep in mind, if you want that sound, well, stick with me and I'll show you how to do it. So here are the chord shapes you need to know. G, D, C, E minor, D over F sharp. There are also different ways to play those chords. So the very first C chord that you hear in the song is actually a C major 7 technically. You start with a C major chord shape, put your ring finger on the A string 3rd fret, middle finger D string 2nd fret, and that's actually all you need. You don't put your index finger down on the B string, just leave it off. Your pinky doesn't do anything either, and here it is. Now you're going to strum with your pick from the A string down. Really cool sounding chord. So that is a C major 7. Now, if I were to play the full C chord, just drop my index finger down on the B string and strum the same strings again. That's just a regular C chord. Now, you could play that a few times throughout the song, but for the beginning especially, you want to use that C major 7 sound. All right, for the D chord, you can do the same thing you just did with the C major 7, just slide up 2 frets. So again, ring finger starting on the A string, but now you're on the 5th fret, middle finger on the 4th fret D string, and this is the D chord. You could call this a D over F sharp if you wanted to, but there's another way to play that also. I would actually drop the index finger down on the B string 3rd fret for this, and you could go all the way down to that high E string or stop on the B string like that. I kind of like that way. So that is the D chord that you could play. Now you could also play it this way: index finger G string 2nd fret, middle finger high E 2nd fret also, and ring finger B string 3rd fret. You would avoid strumming the low E and A strings though for this version. So this is still a D, but this is the traditional way to play it. For the G chord, I would use my middle finger on the 3rd fret, low E string, index finger A string 2nd fret also, pinky on the high E 3rd fret. And I wouldn't drop my ring finger down on the B string. I normally do that, but for this particular song, I believe the B string is open. So that's your G chord. For E minor, you're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret A string, middle finger 2nd fret D string, and you get to strum everything also. You might see my ring finger and pinky stay on the high E and B strings of the 3rd fret. I actually don't think that voicing is used in this song though, so stick with the trusty old E minor shape. All right, last but not least, D over F sharp is technically used just at the beginning of each chorus. You put your index finger on the low E 2nd fret, middle finger G string 2nd fret also, ring finger B string 3rd fret, and you don't have to do anything else. You might feel that the index finger is blunting the A string. That's okay, but you would strum all the way down to the B string. All right, so that about does it for chords. I'm going to go over strumming pattern after we play through the song, but don't worry, I'll say the chords as we go along and I'll put them on screen for you. All right, here we go. C, E minor, D, 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 G, D over F sharp, C, E minor, D, 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 G, D over F sharp, C, E minor, D, G, D over F sharp, C, E minor, D, 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 C, G, E minor, D, C, G, E minor, D, G, D over F sharp, C, E minor, D, G, D over F sharp, C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D. Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that tutorial. So let's go over the beginning and what I'm exactly playing, starting with that C major 7. All right, so the strumming pattern is very syncopated and kind of let that first strum hold out a long time. And the second one, then the E minor, and the D chord. And again, you don't have to play that D chord like that, with that C shape just pushed up 2 frets. You could just do that D chord shape too. I wouldn't go to the high E though with that because it sounds very simplified. All right, next up we have the choruses, and you're starting on that G chord. D over F sharp. And then C, E minor. All right, so I'm kind of doing a very simple strumming pattern. Down, down, down. A little slower. So that's pretty much the main strumming pattern throughout the song. I would say in the bridge, you're kind of back to that same pattern after the first half. The first half, there is no acoustic guitar. You also notice at the very, very beginning of the song, there isn't any either. So if you have a great keys player or you have multiple and you have a backtrack, you don't have to worry about playing the very, very beginning. But if you had to, you just play that same little easier pattern I showed you before. One last note about this song, guys. I have to say that I'm reminded of a classical word called rubato, which just means freely. So when you're playing this song, you don't have to stick with the exact strumming pattern I showed you or, really dissect the music video that they had in the studio with us. You don't have to do that. Just let your heart worship the Lord and everything will fall into place. But you don't want to just do crazy stuff either. So just be attentive to the instruments that you're playing with and make sure that you allow them to shine too. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, comment below on what else you want to see in the future, and I hope you have a great week. All right, God bless. Bye.